Hello once again. Today we are going to be talking about one of, if not the most overlooked food soul in this entire game. And that would be Raindrop Cake. And I'll get into my reasons why I believe Raindrop Cake is really underrated slash overlooked. And that the number one reason he is probably overlooked is his basic skill. It's not too good, and but it does serve its purpose. It does serve a purpose, I should say. Raindrop Cake opens his umbrella and begins spinning it, striking the enemy 3 times with normal attacks. Each attack will increase attack power by blank and recover 1 points of energy. I'm not sure if that increases. I'll have to look that up. And this is okay. It's not bad. It's not horrible, but it's also not really good. And it's kind of underwhelming for a UR, especially when you have the likes of Boston Lobster, who has a slaying effect on his basic, while Raindrop Cake just does this. So it's not too bad. It's not too good, but it does do something. And don't mind me, I'm just upgrading his things because I actually kind of plan on using him. So, we all know this. He is what we would call a glass cannon. And for the longest time, I just called him Glass, because I didn't know his true potential. This mother hits like a truck. This guy, oh my god. And he is built correctly. 5 stars, get this man's to the max level you can. And this guy will wreck face. But there are some downsides to using him. For one, his basic skill, as I said before, not too good. And another thing is, some strength souls can actually semi-tank the team. Kind of like, like for most boss fights, you don't really need a tank unless it's like catacombs. So, it's a semi-tank, hell, it's hard to explain, but it's a semi-tank, that's all I'm gonna say. He can't do that. He is like, he has good attack and stuff like that, but it is not good. But, or his HP and defense are like, stinky. Anywho, his preferred fallen angel is Yukamochi. To which you could say "Fuck you" and give him whatever you feel like. And you put that on him, and he has 14k. At least, because I built my FAs. But whatever, we don't care about that. Right now, we care about the skins. This is the best one. No comment. No contest. No nothing. Don't at me. Anyway. So, with this being said, Raindrop Cake could be viable. And I'll get into the reason why, and that is because one of the reasons is this guy. Somen. I always feel weird when I pronounce it. Nagashi Somen. But Somen guy. He is a good healer. He cleanses, debuffs. Well, I think that's what cleanse means. That just debuffs. Anyway, he heals good. And since I will be getting into why Raindrop is viable, you can actually use his linked skill. And this is where all the Somen drop shippers come in. Anyway, moving on. So, let's put them in a team. Here, I'll just I'm really bad at finding foozles. There we are. I must have scrolled past him like 5 times. But link skills are always better. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It's just the food soul that they're linked with could be bad. Like, for instance, this one's really popular. Wu Yi Da Hong Pow. His link skill is Long. That's not what I wanted. Is Longjing T. You wouldn't use Longjing T over, say, Oyster. You don't use Longjing, you use Oyster. But Longjing, that's not to say Longjing is, like, horrendously bad. He also has his place, as does everybody else. Wu Yi, Brave meta, Canel is in the middle somewhere. I'm having a hard time putting her somewhere because her abilities are good and stuff. But shut up. This isn't about Canal. This is about Raindrop. Because he is really good. This bad. Garbage. It has its place. That's all I'm saying. And then energy skill. This thing is what you want to focus on. I'm not sure if he'll get energy skill in the future. I don't know. It has this little, like, hole right here in the thing. And I don't think that people who don't plan on having things like that. See, yeah, Salad doesn't have one. But Cordyceps does. So I don't know. They usually have a hole, so like you saw in Raindrop. So he might have a thing. So it's whatever. Anyway, so now we're gonna move on to his artifact. Yes, this man does get an artifact. And we'll move on to that. Right. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. We'll move on to that now. And sorry to disorient from going from horizontal to vertical. So I apologize for that. And here we go. What I'm focusing on right now are HP, attack speed, and I think that's it. Whatever. See, you can see right here, he gets a 116 attack boost. So that's not too bad at all. And of course, you're not gonna go with the basic skill. You're gonna go with energy skill. So you're gonna be taking the up route, which means you're gonna take crit damage too. So he gets a lot of attack bonuses. He gets an HP bonus, which plays its role, but it's not very important since he's a glass cannon. Any HP is going to be instantly nothing after a while. But you see he gets his attack speed buffed on Node 1, Node 1 and then 3. You could see everything right here. So he gets 3,294, 2,692, and 244. That's all I really care about right now, is attack speed, HP, and attack. So, this is Raindrop's nodes, or the little bonuses you get from it. And if you take the up route, you'll most likely get the crit damage, so you'll get about 9,000. But that doesn't really matter, because crit rate and crit damage aren't really used. So, his first node is attack speed, so that's just adding on to his attack speed. So, there you go. In battle, boost your crit damage. Okay, this really doesn't mean too much, but you got the attack one right here, so that's just boost, more attack. And for different situations, you can either do attack speed or attack. Node 2, crit damage. Boost basic attack damage. You probably won't use that one because that's not really too good. And it does the continuous damage for 4 seconds. So its basic attacks have a 40% chance. So you probably won't use the antler node or the antler togi on node 2 for basic attack damage. This is pretty much the basic attack damage node. This one is pretty bad. I'm not gonna even deny. But anything, since his basic attack is so bad, anything that boosts it could be good. That's all I'm saying. And then it does different things. It's just the basic attack node. And then node 3, crit rate. Max HP is reduced 20%, and your basic attacks have a 50% chance of dealing additional 16, and it goes up to 80 attack as skill damage. So this pretty much just makes him even more of a glass cannon. So it removes HP, but gives crap ton of attack. Max HP is reduced 20%, basic attacks, yeah, and then it stuns the target, so you probably use Bushy. And I'm just gonna scroll through this. And it does, this one's also pretty good, because if it's below 40%, it does that. I'm not sure. I'm not reading, I'm just doing a quick skim over, because this is my, I think, third time reading this, so I'm still getting kind of used to it. But whatever. Attack aura. After an attack, yourself and the nearest ally will deal 100. It goes up to 160% as attack, at skill damage to the nearest enemy. 10-second cooldown. Yeah, just to the farthest enemy. This is pretty much just another one of them. So this one's the nearest enemy. This one's the farthest enemy. And after an attack, yourself and the nearest ally will deal 80% damage. This one you'll probably use, because that one is really good, but this one is just more if you want damage DPS, you'll probably go with these two. If you just want to do AoE, you'll probably use this one. So this one, Node 4, is actually really it's usable actually. And you could see, look at these numbers. He's hitting big numbers. And he's also forcing other people in your party to also hit big numbers. So, basic skill bonus effect. Deals 34 blank, 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 blank. Attack to the nearest enemy. Node 5 deals, as the nearest enemy deals a second hit. Attack if the target is below 40 HP. This one is probably just like if you want to add salts, or if you this is like if you want to, you know what, I'm going to make something up. This is like if you want to take steroids if you're already buff. So if you're just looking, if you're bored one day and your Raindrop Cake isn't really doing, if you feel like your Raindrop Cake isn't doing enough for you, then that's whatever. But here you go. This is just Node 5 is most Node 5s are like the irrelevant ones, or like if you want Node 5, it's just even more damage and buffs for you. So that's pretty much what Node 5 is. So Node 4 is probably the one to strive for. Yeah, and that's Raindrop Cake. That's Raindrop Cake's node or artifact. And as you can tell, he doesn't fuck about. Excuse my language, but he does not screw about. These are big numbers, and from what we thought was a little glass cannon boy, these... God, I have something to show you. I'll be right back. Here's Raindrop Cake's profile, and he's linked with Nagashi and all these other stuff. So this is all cool. This is cool. Yada 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 yada. Voice lines, we don't care about that. Best skin. And then here's the tips. Unlike other attackers, Raindrop cannot semi-tank for your team. Though he is a glass cannon, he can deal as much damage as Toso when used correctly. Now, Toso has kind of fallen off because there are better units coming out. But the thing is, I haven't looked at Toso's artifact, so I don't know if this still applies with artifacts. But from when I looked at Raindrops, this is kind of a madness. 'Cause, here. And, okay, well, from the wiki, it looks like it doesn't recover any more points of energy like that. So that's kind of sad, but it's whatever. But then his energy skill, like 80%. That is, oh my god. Need I remind you that this guy is a strength soul? So yeah, this is kind of insane. And he charms on energy. So if you throw this guy into like an energy regen team, he'll do phenomenally. He'll hit big damage most of the time. He'll, oh god. And then even if his basic skill, it's still a damage. So like it's not that, oh god. And then it's amazing. I honestly really think he's underrated. He he is by far no means close to Turkey, but he's not as bad as people say he is. I I don't want to say he's in Brave meta, but I think he would work well with Brave meta. Because Brave meta is Cordyceps, Martini, Natto, Torque, or not Torque, but Rum and Booyee. Those are the Brave meta units. I think he would work well with an energy regen team like Brave meta, but I don't know. I can't really say anything because I don't one. Let's just go back. I'll show you. I don't really feel like I have room to talk since I don't have him built. I have him 1-star. I don't even have his first fondness done. And this is not built at all. But I really wanted this skin, and my fallen angels are so good, I could probably do something. So that was my little guide on Raindrop Cake. I really hope you enjoyed this because I didn't put too much time into looking at this stuff, but I really enjoyed bringing some hope into this environment and into the Raindrop Cake supremacy, if you will, or if you want to put in Soman Drop supremacy, I wouldn't mind, but this guy is not as bad as people make him out to be. So, enjoy your little shred of hope, guys. You guys who really want to use Raindrop Cake. It is possible. If you have determination and you're willing to go through his struggles and work through all his problems, you will do good, I swear. But anyways, I'm gonna boop right out of here. Alright, bye.